I'm going to show you some of the things that past students have done and that you may be able to do if you join our faculty in computer science. This is a final year project of a past student. And you know play video games? Yeah, of course, who doesn't, right? When you play video game, what happens? You sit down here, you go, and how much exercise you get? None. Zero. Right? So, at your age, it's not that big of a deal, but at our age, you start getting right? So, you need to have exercise. And it's notorious, gamers often not get exercise. But they love the game. So, this final year project, the idea is, look, your phone knows when you're walking. It knows because it can sense the movement, right? So, how about you play the game using your phone and the PCs over there, but the input is all from the phone. And the car will not run unless you run.
Oh, okay.
So, this is what we have. We have this game. It's like a lot of car racing games, standard car racing game, but the big difference is connect the Bluetooth. Okay. Connect it. Okay. Now, it's not going to move unless I start running. So I have to start running, and I'm using the phone to steer my car. And as I run faster, I can overtake the other cars and keep going like that. And you see, I'm running fast, so I'm faster than the other cars now.
So it's one spot running.
Yeah, because the phone senses your steps, right?
Oh.
Oops, crash. You have to be in one spot running because otherwise you can't see the game.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So here we are, at the end of the game. At least one round. You can set how many rounds you want to go. You can choose different tracks, and all sorts of things like that. Okay, but it's clearly I got some exercise there, right? So this is an example of a final year project. This was a game final year project. One of our meters is the GPS is an exercise file that you can then upload to one of these exercise trackers like Strava. So, in fact, here is one that I ran. So it shows as if I've run this little circle around the course. And it even let me take photos of the run. And so then now it's part of my Strava exercise tracking. So if you look at my activity feed, it looks like a normal exercise except that it's virtual. The pictures tell you that it's virtual. Right? So my friends will know, yeah, he's been playing that game again. Which is great because there are days when it's raining, you can't go out, and just walking around in the house like I did during the pandemic is pretty boring. Yeah. So this helps you exercise. So that was a game design student. So this was done by a student in about 9 months. 9 months. So it's not, even you compare to a professional game that you buy, it it probably doesn't look as good as that. And he's pretty good, right? And the student goes on and he gets a job at a game company and he can do much more, right? So, and the nice thing about this is you already have a phone, you already have a PC, nothing to buy. Unlike, like the other exercise games are like Dance Revolution, the Wii thing where and then and Zwift where you attach this, you have to buy this equipment to attach to a bicycle and you ride it and all of those cost money. This one doesn't cost anything. You already have your phone, you already have your PC. So this is an example of a final year project. Another example of a final year project is you have there are many websites that have news, right? You can get Berita Harian, you can get Malaysia Kini, you can get international ones like Al Jazeera, whatever. It's all there, right? So you can read the news, read. No problem. But the problem is, what if you're driving? What if you're what if you're mopping the floor? I mean, it's kind of hard to mop the floor. What if you are what if you're cooking and then you're trying to read the news and you're cooking? Wouldn't it be nice if the phone read to you? Well, some of you might say, yeah, got apps like that, what? You just give it the web page, it reads the web page for you, right? Yes, but what happens at the end of the article? Then you have to turn to the stop at the side of the road, take the next article, then you start reading, then you drive again. Aiyo. Terrible. No, you want it to just read the next article in the newspaper, and the next article, and the next article. Well, guess what? This app. Okay, I'm having it read rather fast because I can listen that fast. But you can set the speed. There's an option for setting the speed. Okay, but I also want to demo fast, but I want to show you what happens when it reaches the end of the article. So it reaches the end of the article. Goes to the next article. So this one is Berita Harian. Actually, I forgot to set it to automatically switch Malay. You can tell it this one's in Malay, read in Malay, and you can tell the next one that is, Sinchujipo, read this in Chinese. Whatever you can tell it. Okay, so that's an example of another final year project where you don't have to keep stopping the car, turn to the next article. It just reads, and it does it as if it is a music player. See, got the play button, the next article button. So this one, the next article is about article. So you see, that's an example of another app that was written by a student in their final year as their final year project. So you think, oh, okay, so I study 3 years, then I get to do stuff like that. Yeah, but actually, I'll show you something else. Here is something which the student has done one trimester project. That means that actually it was this was an assignment for OAE, which is one of the classes I teach, and they have about half of the semester to do this. So this was done in like 1 or 2 months. This one it's kind of like a chess game, but it's different rules. Okay, this was done in 1 semester. Actually, this is a couple of months. And every person in the class, they have formed groups of 4 and do this. And this is a kind of chess game where these arrows can move forward, and then you see it flips the screen because now I'm blue then. And then I move this, and now this one goes here, and now look what happens. It changed from from a plus, it changed into an X. Which means now it can go diagonal. Okay? This is a full-fledged chess-like game, and written by the students in about 1 or 2 months. This is an example of something you can do in much less time. And you learn how to do it in the class in much less time. Okay? And then you say, okay, I can do that fantastic running game in a year at the end of my studies. I can do this in 1 or 2 months. How can we do it in 1 day? In 1 day. This is something that was done by my students in my introductory mobile app class. And they did it in a 2-hour session. It's a simple phone game, and this is using something called MIT App Inventor. So I can scan this QR code, and then it's going to send the app to the phone. See, it's sending now. Okay, and what this is there's a mouse that appears and you're going to squash it. And your score goes up every time you manage to squash it. So this game was written by everyone in the class within 2 hours. In fact, most people finish in less than 2 hours. So this is just one lab exercise.